Well, I was right that they were going to go quick anyway. Christ, they've gone flat out, and to be honest, I was expecting to be keen, but everywhere I was almost giving them a squeeze. After I jumped a couple, I was like, I don't want to keep giving them a freebie here because we were so spread out, which is why I made as much ground up as I did down the back, because I was very wary that they would probably slow it up at some point, but I didn't want to use all of them up to get to him at that point. So when they did slow it up, I was actually able to sit on him and just take back half the stride, which was really nice. He stayed on really well. He's hit the line running. The one thing I would say is he kept being a bit thick in his wind. I think he's had a tongue tie on before, hasn't he?
I don't think it'll work for him, but yeah.
So his wind was a little bit thick, but on today I'd say he'd stay further. But like, I know he's been so effective over 2 mile, but they've gone so quick today. It's almost taken the speed out of us early on to the point that we can't use the speed at the end of the race because we've used it in the early parts of the race. But a great run. He jumped brilliantly as well. He was foot perfect everywhere. So like a really nice performance from him. And we've been beaten 2 lengths. I know we've given away so much at the start, but the problem is when he can be as keen as he can be, if we'd have set off mid-rank and we'd end up being keen, we'd have wasted all of our opportunity there. So it's a fine line really. But to be honest, I couldn't go a stride quicker early on in the race anyway. You see, Brian lined up second row, and Brian ended up back with us after the time we jumped 2. And I was in a similar boat to him. I couldn't have gone a stride quicker early on anyway. So
where do you assess his fitness-wise?
I think he had a good blow, but I think he obviously was he's obviously fit enough to run this race because he's hit the line running again. So he's had enough of a blow from the back of 2 out, but really happy, real good promising run first run back.
200 days off against fit horses.
100%, and like what I really liked is he wasn't keen today. I know they've gone really hard, but even on the way to post, he lobbed to post like an old Dobbin. So you know, next time you could nearly ride him midway and just try it, to be honest, because maybe he is just growing up, and maybe we're getting there with him.
Yeah,
but a great run, and he jumped brilliantly. He was foot perfect. You know,
this ground, really, I don't think you want it any slower than
not at all, not at all.
In my eyes, I was looking at it thinking, remember he's 1 3/4 miles on the flat. There's every reason why we should think about trying him over 2.4 if he settles properly.
Look, on today's evidence, there's no reason not to, because he's been relaxed enough, which is great. You can drop him in over further again anyway, because when you're trying it out, I definitely would, just to make sure you do give him every chance to stay in it. And like, we've hit the line running off a real hard pace. So you know, there's been no prisoners out there today, and we've still been able to hit the line running. So I'm really happy, and he jumped superbly. That was really nice to see as well. So good to see him back, and hopefully we can have
one day you could even chase him. I'm not saying that's top of the agenda.
He's so accurate. I was really impressed with him. I've obviously scored him a bit at home. But actually, when he gets to races, he's so professional. He gets on with it. It's all in his rhythm. You know, he never actually feels like you're long or short. He actually gets them on a lovely stride, and he's there and away out the other side on a perfect one. He's very measured and very accurate. So really happy. Yeah, couldn't fault him.
Well done you. You got us back on track.